Hello everybody, this is Kate. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new around here, welcome to my channel. When I started, I was doing a lot of mixed media. It wasn't that long ago though, and since October, when I did Inktober, I have become obsessed with doing what I call mandalas. Not sure they should be called that, but I'm gonna stick with it. For the for 2018, I decided that I was going to do one mandala a day, and I'm doing them on 4x6 cards that I either cut up from scrapbook paper, or for this month, I'm using all white cards, and so they're from Bristol paper. So they're heavier weight paper, but they're very smooth, which is nice for drawing with pens. And it's been a good thing for me to have kind of simplified, because if you go check out the videos for my January and February mandalas, those things, even though they were on small cards, they just occupied so much of the space, and there were so many lines that it was taking me between 45 and 90 minutes, depending on how detailed I was getting with the design. And this month, they've only been taking me about 20 to 25 minutes, which is leaving me a lot more energy to do more creative things in the evening and after work. So that's really good, especially since a lovely friend paid for me to be able to do the sketchbook project. And I had been putting off working on it because drawing my mandala each day was just wiping out my creative energy. But since I've been doing these simpler mandalas that are only about 2.5 inches across, and usually only have 3 to 4 rows that I'm filling in, I've just had so much more energy to work on things, and I am almost completed with my sketchbook project notebook. I actually think that'll be my video for next week, so stay tuned. I did finally give in. I was trying to have more variety in my approach to the sketchbook project book, but ended up just making it all mandalas. There's one piece that I'm still considering keeping in there. It was the first one I made for my sketchbook project, but we'll see. It's mixed media, it has some stenciling, and I'm just not sure if it fits now. But, check it out next week, and you'll find out if I decided to keep it or not. If you turn your attention to the video, you can see that in that middle section, I did some cross-hatching. That is one of my favorite patterns. I find so much satisfaction in doing some good old cross-hatching. Then I did some alternating dots with open circles, which is one thing I like to use to surround that middle section with the cross-hatching, because it's still organic feeling. It's not just a straight line, but it also closes in the space. And then I did what I like to call string art. And as you can see, I don't always follow in order of the lines. I go to the section that I know I want to work in, and I often, just from like the size and orientation of the boxes, I can decide what should go there or what I want to go there. So I did some of what I like to call string art, because it reminds me of when people put the nails in the board and then wrap the string around it to make lines. Then I did some dashed lines in between those two sections. And finally, as you can see that I'm doing right now, I am doing some of what I like to call Morse code dots and dashes, and I'll do a various number of dots and then some lines, and sometimes I start with the dots and sometimes I start with the lines. Because these mandalas, they're smaller, they're not falling off the edge of the page. When I only have one on a card, it feels like there's just too much white space for me. I know a lot of people can handle white space. I'm sometimes good at it, sometimes not so much. But in this case, when I only have a single mandala, I've been doing like kind of these explosive patterns to fill up the space a little bit and to just make the pattern more dynamic. And just so you know, for March, I did simplify, but not all the way because I'm not really good at that. So on 12 of the days this month, I'll be doing a single mandala. On 12 of the days, I'll have two on the same card, and then on 6 of the days, I have 3 on the same card. And it's been really fun to have the 2 and 3 because I like to play with line width and similar patterns just in different configurations, and it's really interesting to see how much variation you can have in doing the same pattern in the same amount of space. It's just really cool for me to experiment with that. Anyway, this is my project for March. I can't wait to show you a flip through of that at the end of the month. And if you have any questions about how I do this, let me know. I'd be glad to share any information I have. I get my inspiration from lots of different artists, so I feel like share and share alike, you know? Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you would give me a like, because it helps other people find these videos. But also, if you enjoy being around, consider subscribing. If you'd like to see my art daily, I do post every single day on my Instagram, and that's at Cagelio. Hope to see you there. Have a great day, and thanks for stopping by.